Greetings, everybody. It's your old pal Frank here, and happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. This past weekend was indeed my birthday weekend. The actual birthday was on Saturday, and that was spent with family, and it was just a really nice time. And then Sunday, I got to attend the first AEW pay-per-view, or at least I still call them pay-per-views. I know most people call them PLEs now, but I got to attend the first AEW pay-per-view in Montreal called AEW Redemption, and it was awesome. I went with my cousin and some good friends, and basically it was just a nice way to cap off the birthday weekend. But now we are Monday. It's back to reality, back to the daily blah, 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 blah. It's back to the daily grind, and well, this is life at 38. So, to make up for there being no video on Friday, I apologize for that. We are going to open not one, not two, but three items today. I wish there would have been more stuff to open, but that's just not the case. Also, when I went to check the mail earlier, I received something, but I have to go pick it up. So I got the Canada Post, paper in the mailbox, so I gotta go to the post office tomorrow morning and see what is waiting for me. So therefore, we got all these goodies to open instead. Now, before we do, you guys know the routine around here, and that is we do not look at anything or open anything until we have our card of the day. And just before I started recording this, I was watching HockeyTube 19, his newest video he uploaded, where he cracked into a box of 94-95 Pinnacle hockey, and he was saying how a lot of people do not like 94-95 Pinnacle. I, on the other hand, love that card set. And so he cracked into a box, and I believe he opened 3 packs to start it off. And he is, of course, looking for the Sylvain Turgeon card, which is card number 288 of the set, which features in the background a spry young little kid in the crowd who just so happens to be one Mr. Patrick Kane. And so therefore, today's card of the day is from 1994 Pinnacle. It is card number 288 of the set. It is one Mr. Sylvain Turgeon. And yes, there he is right there, Mr. Patty Kane. So, that's that. Also, if you guys get the chance, go check out HockeyTube 19. I really, really like his content and whatnot. So, yeah. He also sent me a really nice Marty Brodeur a little while back for the PC, and I'm very, very appreciative of that. So, yes, go check out HockeyTube 19. Yes, there is a link in the description below. Now, let's get to some mail. I have pre-cut 2 of these to make it easier to get into, but I did not open this one yet, so let me just do that. Let me get my old pal Buck here. Buck has been very hungry as of late, because not only is he great at opening packages. I could show this now because it's healing pretty nice. You see that little boo-boo there? Yeah. Buck did that to me a couple weeks ago, just because my new electric scooter arrived, and of course, you know, it arrives in box and you gotta put it together and whatnot. And I was using Buck to snip a lot of the plastic zip ties, and well, I snipped one of them and Buck kind of bounced back and got me in the side of the thumb. And yeah, I leaked a bit of human juice, but we're good now. We're good now. So, anywho, so let's get into our only PWE plain white envelope of the video here. Let's see what we got. It would appear to me that we have some Marvel cards. And speaking of Marvel cards, I've been watching, I forget the full channel name. It's Blue Frog, the one who does a lot of, oh no, it's not Blue Frog. Well, I think every now and then he does stuff with Card Wolf, but anyway, Blue Frog lately has been opening a lot of the new Topps Chrome Marvel stuff, and it looks amazing. And yeah, I went and looked at the checklist, and I was looking at some of the different parallels and whatnot, and yeah, there's some really nice stuff in there. So if I could ever, or if I ever get my hands on any of it, I will happily rip it here on the channel. But yes, so to start off, we have some 1994 Marvel Masterpieces, because I am putting that set together. Of course, all the artwork on these cards are done by TNG Hildebrandt, the Hildebrandt brothers. So, alright, first we have Nebula, Professor X. Really looking forward to Avengers Doomsday. I watched the first trailer, and oh my god, even though I'm not the biggest Cyclops fan, seeing Cyclops in the trailer was amazing. And we got Psylocke, Mephisto. I can't wait to see this character make his way into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There we go, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, followed by Mr. Ben Grimm, Mr. Thing. A lesser known Marvel character. I think he was more of a 90s character. We got Junk Pile, and of course the Master of Mischief, one Mr. Loki. Yeah, love, like, again, as awesome as the new Marvel cards look, the classic Marvel stuff will always reign supreme for me. So, like, you know, 94 Marvel Masterpieces, like the 94 Spider-Man cards, you know, all that stuff, just so good. Alright, so let's get into our first bubble mailer here, and I believe this is a one card deal. This was from a fella on Facebook. I was perusing Facebook Marketplace, and in doing so, I found another 96-97 Is it 96, 97? Oh, 06, 07. My bad. Parkhurst autograph that I needed. So before we get to the actual card, he sent me a little thank you note and included his info. So if you get the chance, go check out Backyard Rink. There's all your info there. Email, Facebook, website, the works. Buy, sell, trade. But he crossed out group breaks, so I guess they don't do group breaks anymore. But yeah, so I was looking around on Facebook Marketplace, came across this fella named Dave, and he had about 4 or 5 of the 06, 07 Parkhurst autos, but the other ones I have already. But this one I needed, and this one, well, it's not a sentiment. Well, nah, not really sentimental. It's just tragic because he just passed away not too long ago. Of course, I'm talking about Claude Lemieux, and I know a lot of people didn't like him. He played the role of, well, I want to keep it PG, crap disturber to a T. And I mean, if anyone out there, especially familiar with 90s hockey, if you remember the St. Valentine's, well, they call it the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Of course, if you're a history buff, you know that's the whole thing with Al Capone and everything. But in hockey, the Valentine's Day Massacre is, of course, when Colorado squared off with the Detroit Red Wings, and all hell broke loose. I think Darren McCarty started the brawl, and it just went completely haywire from there. And I think it was Darren McCarty targeted Claude Lemieux. He kind of, pulled the jersey over his head right after the drop of the puck and just started pounding on him because of something that happened a few games earlier. But anyway, so yeah, Claude Lemieux, played the instigator role amazingly. Of course, he won a couple cups here in Montreal and everything, and he was a good player. He was a good player, and unfortunately, I think the night after he carried the torch into the Bell Center during our playoff run this year, they discovered him. He unfortunately took his own life, and yeah, very, very, very sad, very, very tragic. And I don't want to dwell on it too much, but when I saw old Dave there had the Claude Lemieux, I wanted it right away. So happy to add this one to the collection. And as I always say, I'm always looking for more. So if anyone out there ever sees any out in the wild, feel free to contact me. Leave a comment, or if you follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel, so yeah, feel free to message me. And yeah, that's that. And now for our final bubble mailer we have here. This might also be a 1-card deal. I believe it is. But there's a few random base cards in here used as filler or used as protection. So it looks like Rudolph Balcers and Sean Couturier were the ones who played buffer for our card here. And the card in question is another addition to the 21-22 SP Game Used Embroidered in History set. This is a really nice one now that I actually have it in hand. It is, of course, Super Mario, and with the 1000 Point Club manufactured patch in there. Looks great. Again, I know the ones who actually open this stuff, and this stuff isn't cheap, they pull stuff like this and they're like, whatever, throwaway stuff, because they're looking for the big autographs and the big hits and whatnot. But when you got a guy like me, I adore this stuff. I love it. So, and there being like 75 different cards in the set. Well, actually, there's 100. You got 75 cards, and then the last chunk of cards are all like all-star draft cards. But anyway, yeah, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, ooh, I like this stuff. So, and luckily, I found someone on Facebook who knows a guy who comes across this stuff very, very often. So he messages me when the guy he knows messages him to let me know, hey, I found some more Embroidered in History stuff. And then I tell him if I need it or if I have it already. So yeah, very, very cool. But all in all, folks, that's all I got for you today. I know, three packages, which could have been probably about 8 minutes long. I worked it into like almost 20 minutes. But then again, that's my style. You know me, I like to talk and everything. So either way, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know the routine. Sound off in the comments below. As well, before leaving, make sure to dip on down into the description of this video or every other video I post, because there's always a ton of awesome links down there to a ton of awesome channels that I think you should be checking out if you're not already. And of course, before leaving, if you'd like to, though you don't have to if you don't want to, click that subscribe button, and if you do, click the little bell next to it so it lets you know when my videos go live. Alrighty, so that's it for me, and I will see you all next time. Till then, I say to all of you out there watching, laters!